This podcast is brought to you by Utopia Life, located at 10A West Kings House Road, the very best medical marijuana dispensary around, cultivating flower and culture. I'm sorry, were they right? Cultivating?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. This podcast is also brought to you by
Lothian's Boutique. Follow them on Instagram at Lothian's Boutique. You can check out their store at 23 West Tradeway in Portmore. And guys, you can use my code Ariane10, that's ARIANNE 10, to get 10% off your next bundle purchase. That's Ariane10, ARIANNE 10, to get 10% off your next bundle purchase.
Oh, let's go.
Fix
All
merch.
Right. Fix merch. All right, so that nice fix. Can you do what Javi used to do? All right, just stop. All right, people, you can get fixed merch at teespring.com/stores/thefixja. Can get that nice fix mug. All right, of course, you can get the classic black tee with the white logo, the blue tee with the faded logo. You can get our new fix face masks. Why am I a problem? I said
Okay.
as well as other merchandise, people. So it's teespring.com/stores/thefixja. A birthday tell me say yo, a new piece of merch soon drop on the store. So let's look out for that.
You're the birdie.
Don't have to know that. Nigel Staff.
Yes, sir.
Ready?
Bag of problems.
Jesus
because
Christ.
last week we decided to draw you in these problems.
Yeah, man. Big up Jeremy. Jeremy, you can't service it. Everybody want to run it down for chop you up.
Let's just make this the continuation of that episode from last. Why not?
Why not?
I'm sure you've seen at least some bits and pieces of our conversation. I think the biggest conversation that emerged from those conversations or that conversation was album sales versus streaming. We did forward out, I think, for the last couple projects that been released this year. We've been quoting Nielsen SoundScan album sales, pure sales numbers. The streaming numbers take a bit of time to be calculated. We put in the comment section of that video that we put up discussing popcorn sales, that the total amount of album units sold was 8.8k, which is 8,800 really. I'll pull up the numbers I know so that I don't get them wrong. So 689 album sales according to Rolling Stones. We quoted 686 from Nielsen SoundScan. Song sales were 2.8 thousand. And total song streams from the fixed tape was 9.5 million. Album units, 8.8k. I can't remember the algorithm on top of my head now, but of course there's a new algorithm that can tabulate. That's a word, right?
Tabulate, yeah.
Can tabulate.
No, tabulate.
Tabulate.
Contab.
At you in a COVID time. Like,
Oh my God. No,
every time.
I thought you were saying can tabulate. I'm like, yeah. You seem like you're saying contabulate.
Tabulate.
Yeah.
Tabulate, yeah. Thanks. That's what you're here for. Yeah. Right. So them have them from how them tabulate total sales and all these things. So the total sales that would be quoted for the week would be 8.8k. Do you think there's any credence, or do you think that we should even quote album sales going forward? What do you think of these total sales in general? We just want to hear your thoughts on that. Nigel Staff, music composer, songwriter, Ruff Kutt band leader, etc., etc.
I'm so over album sales, but I understand why album sales are still important. If you don't have albums, you won't get nominated for Grammys. And Grammys in our culture seems to be
Standard bearer.
a big point of ratification for us. But I think we're in a paradigm now that says that we should be just putting out singles after singles after singles and going from there. So I'm not knocking anybody for putting out an album, especially if you're trying to go for that Grammy. Because the only way you get nominated, you have to have some kind of body of work
You're right.
to get nominated. I mean, Coffee got nominated from a mixtape, an EP kind of vibe. I mean, people even criticized and questioned that, but at the end of the day, I get it. In terms of the sale numbers, they are what they are, and they're paltry. And that's Popcorn. Big up to Popcorn. Very good artist.
Just for clarification, what does paltry mean?
Horrible.
All right. I just want to get this
Yeah,
out
the man
there.
say me talk complicated, but they're horrible.
So the
I mean,
8.8
that's pop.
You would say is paltry.
Yeah, it's not me say so. It's the system say so. It's not me. I mean, everybody's allowed their opinion, but I mean, there's standards that the marketplace set, the business sets, and below that is you're gone a relegation, man.
But now put word on your mouth. Would you say that it's especially paltry, seeing that it had the backing of Drake with 2 features?
Yes, and I'm really curious about this Drake thing because I don't want to call it a thing. This Drake link, this Drake collab, this OVO.
Partnership.
I'm yet to see it pay dividends. I'm yet to see Popcorn on a different plane and moving away and into the marketplaces that count. I don't see it yet. I'm not saying it's not gonna happen, but I genuinely don't see it yet. And I listen to the album. Popcorn is Popcorn. Pussy I get dead. Bad man. And mama got protect me from this with prayer and that. And then when you hear a Drake song that's tearing up the world, it's a totally different record.
That was released a bit after that.
Yeah, and it's just breaking records. So I'm wondering, how come you're not doing this kind of a record with Popcorn, and how come you're not channeling Popcorn to do that kind of record as well? Because I'm sure you spent money on Popcorn, so now we're left to wonder if are you just buying street cred with a couple of $1,000, or you really mean Popcorn well? That's where my head's starting to kind of drift to. I'm wondering, because come on, this night and day. It's night and day with the kind of records that Drake put out versus the records that he puts out.
This is a man who have the formula.
He has the formula.
Yeah, because we were
Proven
talking.
time and time again.
He has the formula.
Nigel.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Nigel, why you see where I look away a while ago? Because I want everybody in this room to bear witness. We have been saying these things and asking these questions for years.
Yes.
Years. And people have been saying, just wait, man, it's on pay off. Just wait. Just wait. Been waiting. We've been waiting. This project come out. 2 Drake features. As me did say when we do the review, it's coming like him and make up for the fact say, we never give you no feature upon a prior project, so let's give you 2.
But to be honest, I think if Popcorn,
Nigel Staff, who are you?
if Wolana,
What is your claim to fame?
I
Tell them what you do.
I care zero.
Please.
That don't mean nothing.
No,
me
it
I
does.
say, hear me
God,
I
the master, who is you?
Hear me I say.
You are old fart.
Yes. And guess what?
Please put this over there.
Guess what? I care zero about that because I'm the first person to tell you that I love what the kids do, and they should do what they do. Because there was a point when everybody was saying Bob Marley was doing fuckery and Shabba Ranks is doing fuckery. My mother say, no man, no the day or the hour. But me I call it next week Tuesday God coming from world. That's when she hear Wood Top with Shabba Ranks. And she's like, oh my God, God coming Tuesday. This is what, Saturday now? He coming Tuesday. So I get it. So I really have no problem with how they creatively express themselves.
Yeah.
I'm saying at some point you gotta make it work. So I could think about this Popcorn Drake thing now. Put out him working on him album. Song leak with Popcorn lyrics, Popcorn verse. Two Toes, No Popcorn versus Beenie Man. Body Bex.
I remember
It
that.
is rumored that he appeased Popcorn by buying him a range, and that was our next big excitement. And come Jamaica and go to Popcorn first show, St. Thomas.
Yeah.
Following year him don't come.
Which they were trying to entice us to forward to, by the way, by saying,
Right.
Drake might be there.
So I'm not knocking anybody. I'm just saying when you get signed on this level, we need to see the dividends, and we don't just need to see it because we're fast. We need to see it because you're a son of Jamaica. You're a cultural ambassador. You're the next chapter and the next phase of why Jamaica is a cultural icon. We need to see you paying dividends and things happening, and we're like, see it there? You're seeing both Popcorn, Ray. But tired for call Shaggy and Sean Paul name now. God, them all like buckle. Give some new name for Tal now.
But then it would say that it is starting to yield dividends. It's just like any business that is going
Show
to
me
take
one.
some time to.
Show me
That
one
would be
item.
I was saying the
an opposing
Obama
argument.
getting on
on.
Obama's playlist.
You want to see my playlist? My playlist have no dancehall artists on it.
Well, no, but
I'm
then-
just saying,
But for Obama,
it doesn't matter.
the former president of the United States, to have Coffee
What-
and him on the playlist.
What,
Again, Coffee was
of
on
what
it.
value is that? I'm not saying you're wrong enough.
Yeah.
Please tell me what is the value of that.
To have the co-sign, quote unquote, the co-sign of the Barack Obama.
I am saying
the most popular
good. I get it.
president
You know,
in
I heard it the first
modern
time. This is like the
history.
third, fourth time. I'm saying what value is it? I stand corrected.
Recognition.
Recognition
Name-
how?
Name recognition, brand recognition is like
So-
ooh,
so-
like
you know what
old
I want
white
to do?
people
You know what
who
I
are
want us to do?
old liberals or young liberals who are like, oh my god, like Obama's
You know what
so
I'd want
trendy.
us to
Oh my
do?
god, who's Popcorn?
You know
and
what I'd
Drake?
want
Oh
us
my
No,
to
they
God,
don't
twist
do
and
that.
turn.
That's the problem. They don't do
You
that.
know what
Yeah.
I'd want us to do? I'd want us to take a look at the second week numbers and see if that helped to boost sales. That would be a good indicator as to that having some sort
Just before you do that,
impact.
Chronix did. My brother Anna, what's his name?
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon.
Mm-hmm.
You know when people watch Jimmy Fallon every night?
The last time I checked, it was like 3 point. He was the leading one at one point, but Stephen Colbert take him over. But it's like 3 point, close to 4 mil. So on
Nightly.
total, watch it
So
nightly live.
every-
yeah.
Night, there are 8 million eyes watching you.
Mm-hmm.
And that album tanked or capped at like 7,000.
Cap like there.
Like after the run, peaking with Fallon and all of the stuff, touring, everything, 7,000 albums. So I'm saying, being on Jimmy Fallon doesn't mean you're guaranteed to get attention. Because you got the attention, you never paid dividends. So being on Obama's list doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be paid dividends.
But then, I mean,
One, and two, what are the dividends? Shouldn't it be album sales? Shouldn't it be recognition? Shouldn't be? I mean, there are a ton of examples.
you know, I was, it,
You're in the room and
I love
nobody
when you
noticed
struggle for
you.
play devil's advocate.
you know, no, because it's difficult because it gonna go into a different conversation because Chronix though conscious.
We don't
typical
care. That's
reggae.
You, that's you looking at the picture.
Right.
The person on this side looking at the picture.
Yeah.
Just like it's cool, it's Jamaican, that's the rest of the world. And this is the problem that we're having. The people on this side, we don't understand how they see us. We think they see us over here the same way over there. No, doesn't work like that.
This
And
speaks to, can I interject me, sir?
Yes.
Can I interject there?
Yes, sir.
And this speaks, this goes to an argument that Jeremy had that speak to last week when, because I saw the comments and the reaction to this particular thing that he said, that similar to how you just said a while ago, sir, I'm just hear the same thing about gun and you see me fuck out your girl and them thing there. And he said that people now want to really hear that internationally. And then people counter and say, yo, for Creamer Chat, because WAP is the #1 song in the world.
Well,
And
sexual,
I
it's
just
highly sexual.
highly controversial rated T.
But that's you looking at WAP. And now you're
Part of
that
international
person now.
spectrum, and the thing is, what
You're
works
that
for them
person
don't
now,
work
you
for
know.
us.
Exactly. Me can't come in here and just take off my shoes, sir, and just walk through your bathroom. I'm at your house. And we always need to know and be aware of who we are in the room. I own this house. It's mine. I am a visitor. And we go through that door, and the whole paradigm change is just going through that door. We need to understand, just like Versus. I watch them look at Versus and stars. No, it is an American cultured moment. It's like Arsenal Football Club. We had a great year. We won 4 trophies. We made $11 billion in signing on that, but Man City beat us 8-2. We're not going to put that in our bio. Them beat we 8-2. And all the Man City fans say, yeah, no bang, yeah, but we beat them 8-2. I'm like, yeah. And we just move on with the conversation because we need to start not do that Ari and tit for tat. You never tell me hello.
Just be plain advocate.
Yeah, because
devil's
understand.
Advocate, just for devil's advocate.
And that is what I keep saying to people. If we understand the business and the marketplace, it'll make a difference.
I think we have a culture of patting ourselves on the back for the smallest of things.
Yes.
I think we need to break ourselves out of that. I'll just bring up this example because it is something that's still sticking in my mind. You remember a couple years ago when Massacre did go up on Fox 5 and do a 3-minute interview. And people were praising him and say, oh, big up yourself, you. This is a damn good look. And, like, this is the greatest thing ever. And we did follow out like a week later and say, what the fuck is happening here? Why is this being praised so much? Him sit down and do a 3-minute interview. Why is he getting credit for something that him should be expected to do and do well, at least for 3 minutes? We cussing, and we get bashing, we bad mind the youth, and all these things. Like a them type of culture we foster. We foster the Star
Mediocrity.
article that say, oh, #1 reggae billboard, even though we know so that no mean nothing. You see me?
It's publicity and PR.
We celebrate. Oh, it cracked Billboard 200.
For whom?
For the artists.
Where?
For Jamaica.
Jamaica.
It's just like
and I'm saying
them tour and say, oh, I'm touring now, but them I say, it's clubs.
I get what you're saying.
Nightclubs are 50.
So
like,
look at it as
know.
Jamaicans in Jamaica.
Yeah.
I had 20,000 streams. I did well at some fairs. All of these things. How does it translate into the market? Of what value is that? Tell me what chip you have in the game in Las Vegas because of that happening. And look at the converse of what, because you were saying is very true. Omi stayed at Billboard #1 for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
And nobody cared.
Nobody
and guess what now?
Care.
They didn't even know what to say because they couldn't say brown like Shaggy. They just shut up and it was like, okay, heard. And they know the song from 2011.
Yeah.
And it a bond them and them specialists go up on Entertainment Report and say, this I got #1 and then it I got hurt, you know. Yeah. And it happened. And nobody said it. Nobody would say it was a good look. Nobody. So I just wonder what is happening. Why are our standards oblivious to where it counts, the marketplace, 1, and 2, why do we still have this thing that says, oh, him uptown, well, oh, him downtown, give you such a story, bad man. Come on. It's one Jamaica moving forward, even though we know in the space is many Jamaicans.
Crack Billboard 200, they will not say the albums that it's surrounding. That the albums that it's surrounding are there for years, are upon it for months now. They'll not say these things, but it's a crack Billboard 200. My thing is, there's no rules. I heard the streaming thing, as opposed to the bygone eras of Shaggy's and Sean Paul. But we see that them achieve and strive in that era. Why we not strive in this new era with these new rules? I don't see it. The numbers now translate to success and to the numbers that them man they did do in a film era. When them do big numbers just like the big international artists them.
It begs the question because I hear what y'all saying and that's why I say you're going to lead into a different conversation because the artists are just doing what they instinctively, creatively know what to do.
Which is good.
And which is good, but then it's always a gamble, especially for us, because we don't know. We just know what we can do or what the artists themselves can do, and hoping, fingers crossed, that it translates well
We can't
to
work like
the
that.
marketplace.
You can't work
Because
like that.
the thing is, you talk about like even Drake. You ask why Drake don't take popcorn on them wing and say, well, popcorn, stop do them grimy stuff.
And I mean,
there,
say,
well,
people say popcorn and that Drake ring, now the place I got done. I never mean say the music.
And he himself out with an Instagram post, I believe, say, yo, I got kind of cool off of them type of song and do them type of song.
But then I made the parallel to Chronics. Chronics don't do violently explicit content and highly sexually
relevant versus
charged
irrelevant have
content,
nothing to
and
do
it's
with
like still people still have a hard time trying. It's not translated well, as they said. The album didn't translate well, so it's just trying to figure out though what, for even quote Tyrese, what more do you want from me? Because the
it's
artists
one thing I want to know.
I do what they then instinctively know what to do, but you
one
just
thing
don't
I
know
want
how
to do.
to translate in the
Function.
market.
I want to see you guys function.
Yeah.
That's all I want to see.
Because you can do nice songs. I mean, Omi song.
It don't matter what song you do. I can tell you.
Happy fun
for
song.
every song that you will tell me is a raunchy song, I can show you a hit raunchy song.
Yeah.
For every cultural song, I can show you a hit cultural song. I can show you a hit Badman song, a hit world peace song. That is the problem. We're not making the hits, and we're not making the hits because we don't understand the marketplace. And if you understand the marketplace, you'll understand the consumer. And nothing is wrong with making stuff that you instinctively and creatively love. But the first reason you do it is because you think somebody else will love it.
That's what you're saying.
That's the first thing you. That's the first reason you do something is because you think others can relate to it, and others will love it just as much as you do it. Fine. When you're done all of that, now you need to say, I want to. Okay, for example, I want to raise pigs. I want to raise pigs because I know they're pig eaters, and study and I go for agro this and this and I make the pigs. Then when I time for make my pig pen now, what me I do for Bubble Hill? I make pig pen. You see what I'm saying? That's what we're doing.
So that was my next question though. Like, do we need to focus and move away from, especially the US market, who don't seem to love us or appreciate us? Like, try and focus on markets.
Right now, our
like
market is in the US,
It's where like,
or only market as far as I see is a touring market within the festivals,
which
within
is in Europe, right?
Then you have those who kind of transcend that, and you can do Australia, New Zealand. You do one-off network showing a couple countries in Africa. You do Caribbean and diaspora runs, and that's it.
So it begs the question though, like, should the artists themselves and even insiders like try and stop seek validation? Because I think overall, like, even last week I wanted to ask Jeremy, like, should the artists, should even us as consumers stop looking for America's validation of our music and of our culture? Because it's almost as if they like us like a big cousin. Like I was saying it last week, there's almost like a older cousin, young cousin, where you can rap with him, but not all the time. Like when everybody gather, they say, oh yeah, kumbaya, but the hip hop and R&B gonna walk outside, go smoke while left we at the kiddie table for sit down and eat and play with other smaller genres. If you understand the analogy, it makes sense.
In answer to you, I think we should stop looking for repeat validation. Because they worship us.
America.
Yes.
Yeah.
They don't like us though. And they're very territorial.
And
I
they're
don't
the
want you
bigger
in my yard,
ones.
and I don't want you to take the same spaces on Billboard charts and streaming numbers that I
them
should be
know
getting.
what we're doing and
They
them know what
know
we can
our
do. You know.
power, but them don't.
Them know
Your
what we're
virgin
doing.
hot, and you know, see your wife like your virgin, man. You don't want to in my yard every day, but you're virgin, man. Yeah.
Them know
So,
from performance,
yeah,
on the
man.
performance stage, enough of them can't touch.
Yes.
Them know that.
Versus prove that Bob Marley proved that we come to Shabaranks demolish Bobby Brown on tour. These are things me see with my own two eyes. They love us. They listen to our things every day, and you see snippets of our culture pop up so often,
Yeah.
and they try to claim it. No problem. How we need to shut them up is we need to go out on that football field and score every day and win.
But then how you score when
Cause
all of the
the
player
football
them a
field,
try
the football field and the tournament
injure
is that happens every day. It's par for the course.
Far from the course.
No, but then-
Hold on, the
Contact sport.
marketplace, the tournament, all of these things is the marketplace, and that's why Messi gets signed for how much million this man gets signed, because they deliver every day. So the Messis are like the Drakes and the Cardi B's and the J Balvins.
Cardi
We
B, I like
still
the
are
name,
try
man.
come off of the bench. I hear the thing, and we're not realizing this. We have a way into that football field. We just get called from loan, and we just go down a Harbour View and say, go on loan, and you end up a play for 6 months with Liverpool.
I'm loving these football.
And you never
analogies.
had to go train and go B team and under 12 team for go through Liverpool. You just, I'm on the call one day say, yo, man, like how him look. Send him come to Liverpool for 6 months. And you go there and you shine.
You get your look in.
You
and
get your
know.
look because you don't understand what you do. I just do. As Jeremy said, you don't want to get up 4 o'clock in the morning and go train. And you have to smoke weed and you know so you can have a random drug test. Weed is not drugs to you. We're in a new space. We took a 9-hour flight. We're now in the UK. It is a drug. We can't just adjust and do that something. It's the same thing with music. We per capita worldwide are the most potent creative people ever.
Pound for pound.
Pound for pound.
no disputing.
And yet we still want to write lyrics. We don't want to write songs. And it's a big difference. We wanna sound like them, and they wanna sound like us, to the point where they even wanna sound like us anymore. Because what we're now making
It's a replication of
what they, and they don't even
they're
hear it
making.
like that.
Yeah.
They don't hear it like how we hear it. Enough people come to me and say, "Story, I'm a rapper." I want them star up. I said, "Shut up."
Wait, Jamaican.
Jamaicans come to me and say, rappers don't rap on the first beat of the bar, they rap on the upbeat of the third bar, the second bars.
Huh?
Science.
Science.
Deep cuts.
Those are documented differences between
Yeah.
DJ and rapping.
Yeah.
It's a scientific method to art, you know.
Yeah.
And these things, they've analyzed them just like you analyze forensics. You're not a rapper, and we're not saying you shouldn't be doing what you're doing, you know, because it's coming from here and you love it. Brother, you're not a rapper. You don't live rapper life. And I said work. And you're the best rapper out of Jamaica, and you're the worst rapper ever. in a whole rapping industry. May I tell you, I saw it work. And they don't want to hear. Why would I want to hear Jay-Z singing a jazz song? Possibly he can sing a jazz song, but that's not who Jay-Z is. So just hold a lane and do your thing, and your validation is gonna come again because you do the work well. You're scoring, you're scoring, and you're scoring, and you're defending well, and you're shutting out people. Nobody cares. That's how you make the hit song them now.